Well, I think both being songwriters, we probably love Nashville as a songwriter town.
Absolutely.
But I grew up 3 hours east, so I would come to Nashville all the time. Growing up and like go to the Grand Ole Opry or, you know, Broadway. I was too young to get in, but like walking up and down it with my mom, like, and just dreaming about playing in one of those bars one day or playing at the Ryman one day or the Opry and all that. I think it just has such deep roots, not only for country music, but for just the history of songwriters and like really legendary songs were made here.
My first couple of experiences here, I was like really touched because it really is so palpable. You know, like you can feel how much music was made and like all the people who lived here and just like the deep, rich history of it. You know, it's like something about the energy here is still like pure. You can feel kind of like the legacy of the people who came here and made music for decades before we even like, you know, touch ground. I really like have so much respect for everyone here. One of the things that's the coolest to me about country music as a genre is how much people love their songwriters and how much of a light they shine on them and how celebrated artists are for being songwriters. You know, like that's your identity, is that you're a writer. You know, that's in you, and people celebrate that about you. I don't know if it's as talked about in the pop world. I feel like every time I do an interview, I'll be like, and I write my own music, You know, I feel like I have to like remind people sometimes because they don't expect it, really. But it's such a part of your identity.
It's like your secret weapon.
For sure.
But not so secret, but
for sure.
Whatever. You've collaborated a ton. I've only really started, but I love it.
Yeah.
You're my first collaboration.
I am?
As far as like me being like, hey, will you do a song with me?
Yay,
you're
that's amazing.
You're my first.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel very special.
Yeah.
That one was supernatural though. That was just like, it was a matter of time kind of thing that we were just gonna do a song. We were gonna do a song together.
Yeah.
That was bound to happen at some point. For me, I've had a lot of really surprising collaborations, like Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? Like I collaborated with him on his album Purpose, and that one kind of caught me off guard because I had just started out. I didn't even know I was on his radar. That was very overwhelming for me at the time. Most of the time though, it's usually more like you and me. Like I've known the guys in BTS for a long time, so we did that record. I've unfortunately done songs with people that I've dated because that's worse than getting a tattoo, but I've done it. But they also really great songs come out of it and awesome memories, so it's like, you can't regret it. You know, it's a part of life and it's part of music and you put something so personal into it. Our song, well, you and I both know what it's like to have been wronged in the past, you know? So it was kind of like we both really connected, I think, with that. And we're both in a better place now. Yeah. Which makes it easy to sing.
Yeah, it makes it easy to like get real sassy with it.
Totally.
We met at your show at Ascend.
Yes.
Where we're doing Crossroads. Ironically, like 2 years ago.
We hung out a bunch of times. We have a song together. This is a no-brainer.
I'm a super fan.
I'm a super fan.
And
and we're super friends.
There you go. We've known about this. We've known about Crossroads for months.
Yeah, we've been planning it for a couple weeks where we've been like building the show.
Yeah.
Our bands have been getting to know each other's music. We've been like going through parts and then like obviously we changed the entire thing once we got together in person so we could do it all. And I mean, definitely a lot of planning. Couple months of planning, song choices, couple weeks of planning song arrangements, and a couple hours of planning outfit choices.
Yeah, we're both perfectionists, so I feel like we just want it to be like super great.
Yeah.